You're watching Drakewing Gaming. Enjoy the video. Hey guys, Nary here from Drakewing Gaming, and some of you know me on Twitter, The Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming at you with what is perhaps the final two endings for Leo's Path, I believe. Okay, so I was unable to rewind everything, so I had to go from a later save. Thankfully, they had an auto save from I think November 12th or something. So it took me a little catching up. I'm finally here at the cusp of the decision. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys both endings. Okay, so this right here, that's before the decision. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up that bad ending that I chose, and we're going to take it from here. Guys, this is going to be both endings to Leo's Path. Just hold on to your butts, because this is going to be a wild one. Alright, here we go. Leo nuzzles my ear again, and I try to pull away, but he holds me tight. Like you said, we're going to work something out. I knew it would be easier to do that here, in Echo, where we started. Seeing you leave on that train was too much. Something leers at me from the corner of the room. Leo gazes at me with pure, unconditional love as he pulls back from our kiss. My first kiss. My excitement comes out in a burst of giggles as I hug my wolf to my body, feeling his soft warmth against me. The wolf hugs back, and we stay like that for a long time. I don't even mind that it's in this run-down train yard in the middle of the hot desert. I'm in love with him. He holds me tight. The throbbing in my legs has stopped. I'm not cold anymore either, just empty. That creature stares at me from the corner, red and grotesque. I stare back as my vision slowly fades. I don't feel anything anymore. Ah, shit! What a terrible ending! Oh, God! Oh, man, that's bad! Oh, did he fucking die? Yeah, I guess he died. Oh, man. Oh, God, what is with this shit? So creepy! No! Oh, even the ending theme is dark! Oh, God, it's just a much darker version of the opening theme. What have I done? My God, what have I done? Oh, Lord. Yeah, guys, we gotta make it better. We gotta pick the other one. Even if that ending ends up being somewhat as dark as this one. My God. Oh, God. I really like this game so much, but my God, it feels like it's still just beginning. I think they're doing a prequel and a spin-off. Okay, the prequel is The Smoke Room, and I believe the spin-off is Arches, I think that's what it's called. Oh, man, that is not a good ending. Leo, why are your eyes black? Alright, fuck it, we're going in, guys. We're doing it again. Okay. Alright. Let's do it. This is going to be the alternate ending. Okay. Listen to me. Everything you said at the house. Did you mean it? Huh? What did I say? Leo looks impatient. What you said about loving me. Wanting to be with me forever. You meant that, right? What? The train is approaching. We have maybe a minute. What the fuck? Why are you acting like you don't fucking remember? Leo bristles, teeth bared, eyes narrowing. Oh my God, Leo, let's get out of here first! I start to back away, toward the others as they continue to discuss jumping on the train. No. Leo grabs my shoulder, looking me right in the eye. He makes an effort to calm down, closing his eyes a moment before opening them. Then tell me now, are you going to stay with me when this is all over? Hey guys, let's save it right here. Our fateful decision. We can talk about this when we get on the train. No. I want to know before. I see Kudzu looking at us, and it looks like he's about to head over. Just tell the truth. That's all I want. Fuck you, it's over, buddy. Leo's eyes bore into mine as I look back into him. Now isn't the time for this. In fact, it's the absolute worst time for something like this. But looking at him, I can tell that this is the only time for Leo. No, Leo. Leo's eyes widen, and he leans his head back just slightly, at the same time taking a step back. It's like I physically pushed him. After everything that's happened, I can't. Leo seems frozen, watching me, his arms hanging loosely at his sides. I hear the crunch of gravel next to me, and Kudzu's by my side. Come on, we're going now. Leo's hand moves then to his waistband. I have a moment to see him lift a gun from under his shirt. He has his eyes on Kudzu. My body moves automatically, stepping in front of the raccoon and raising my hands up to my chest defensively. Leo has already frozen his motion, though, gun in front of his stomach, still pointed down at the ground as he stares past me. What the fuck? I feel Kudzu grab my arm from behind, his grip so tight that it's painful. But I keep my eyes on Leo, waiting and watching to see what direction the gun might go in. But then it drops. First his arm, which hangs loosely by his side once more, then the gun, which clatters to the gravel. I flinch, expecting it to go off. It doesn't, and instead my ears are filled with the sound of the arriving train. Leo's eyes are back on mine, and I watch his tears start to spill out. Come on, Leo, we have to get out of here! Kudzu pulls me back, and I turn away from Leo and the town of Echo as I rejoin the rest of the group. Run! Flynn shoves Carl forward, and the ram takes off alongside the rails, looking over his shoulder at the train. The next thing I know, we're all running after Carl as the train catches up. I look back. Flynn waves both arms at the locomotive as it whizzes past, but if there's a reaction from the driver, I don't see it. I have just enough time to read the letters on the side of the engine, Prescott Railway, before it's moving past me down the tracks. I realize then that the train is quite short, maybe only 5 cars in all. We won't have many chances. Kudzu! Flynn points at the caboose and starts running beside it, next to the 2 little steps that drop down to the very end of the platform. Gracefully, the lizard jumps, landing his feet on the steps as his hands scramble for some kind of purchase. He finds it and pulls himself in, and the next second he's reaching out, holding onto a handle on the caboose as he grabs one of Kudzu's paws. With much more ease than Flynn had, Kudzu jumps up onto the steps and pulls himself onto the platform. I pass Carl at this point, the ram already losing steam. He calls after me in a hoarse, ragged voice. Shit! I'm not gonna make it! Flynn grabs the ram as they pass, and Carl hop-skips on the uneven gravel, and for a horrifying moment, I think he's gonna fall. But Kudzu leans in and snatches him up as well, practically lifting Carl onto the platform. Jenna, who's right beside me, is next, reaching out a paw to Flynn. He grabs it, and Jenna easily jumps on over the 2 steps. I think it's my turn next, but TJ slows down abruptly, and I move to the side to make room for him. Flynn grabs his arm, and TJ hesitates several times before Kudzu gets a grip on him as well, and he's able to step up onto the first step. It's then that I realize that the train is picking up speed, and I'm starting to slow down. I move up beside the caboose, seeing Flynn's outstretched hand. Now that I'm next to it, I can see how terrifying this is. The wheels clack loudly in my ears, and I have no idea how I'm going to lift one leg up while keeping up the speed. But I get a grasp on Flynn's hand, and I see Kudzu's paw reaching out as well. I'll pause it right here, guys. Save it. The train's going way too fast now, and I know I only have one chance at this. I pull down on their hands and lift my feet up to land on the last step. Once my feet make contact, relief floods through me. I can't help myself as I grin and pull myself up the steps. I don't know if we're safe, or if this whole plan is going to work, but we'd carried it out somehow, and that feels good for once. Then I remember Leo and look back, expecting to see him running next to the train. Instead, all I see is the brush and gravel rushing past. I look back toward the town, and I think I can make out a small figure in the distance. Exactly where I'd left him. Where the hell is Leo? I stay silent, but Flynn follows my gaze out toward the desert. Shit. At that moment, I'm not sure what I should feel. Probably relief. But what I do feel is an incredible wave of sadness. Like a physical wave smashing into my body. Probably the same thing Leo felt when I told him. Some part of me knows that this shouldn't matter right now. All that matters is that we might have just escaped with our lives. But leaving Leo behind? Someone I'd known most of my life? Someone who'd protected me? Been a friend to me? Guided me through the worst parts of my life? Someone who'd always emphasized togetherness and family? Who'd always vowed to protect and stand by my side? That very same person had just chosen to stay behind. Well, we're the ones leaving. He's the one that decided to leave us. And as that solitary figure grows smaller and smaller, that idea hurts more than anything else right now. After seeing Janice get murdered, after being tortured by Brian, after Daly being murdered in a mine, the separation from my best friend is the knife being twisted into my chest. I sink to my knees, holding on to the railing, wondering if I should have stayed behind. Because the Leo I'd just been with isn't the Leo I really know. He needed help, and I just abandoned him. I should have stayed behind. Hot tears spill over my cheeks as I stare at the metal platform. Fuck you. We say the words under my breath, but there's more rage behind them than anything I've ever said in my life. And they're meant for echo. Fuck you for killing Janice. Fuck you for hurting William. Fuck you for killing Duke. Fuck you for hurting Clifford. Fuck you for what's buried in the mines. Fuck you for hurting Nikolai. Fuck you for twisting my friends into something they're not. Fuck you for hurting Cynthia. And fuck you for ruining my life. I sit there on my knees, sobbing hard, like I'm crying for two people at once. I can't see Leo anymore, but the thought of him alone and probably hurting like me is too much. I don't know how long I cry for, but it feels like a long time. After a while, I feel a paw on my shoulder. I imagine the rest of my friends standing there, staring at me, but when I turn my head, it's only Kudzu. The raccoon is crouched next to me. His head turns toward me, look that can only be described as understanding on his face. In a bit of a daze, I rub my face on my shoulder to clear my vision. Sorry. Don't be. Kudzu says it automatically as he rubs my shoulder gently. Do you want to get up? The rest of them went inside. I stay crouched there a moment, watching the blur of train tracks in front of me as we continue through the desert. Give me a sec. My nose is all stuffy, so my voice comes out clogged. The tiny lights of echo on the endless expanse of desert get smaller and smaller, and so too does the feeling of tension in my chest. And with the tension goes the sad, angry presence in my head. He goes quiet again. It makes me feel a bit better. But each time I think about Leo, that knife gets a little deeper. Kudzu nods and squeezes my shoulder. After a few moments of silence, he speaks again. You know, that's someone I lost a few years ago. I wipe my eyes again and nod. He was my boyfriend. I keep silent as I stare at the tracks, almost hypnotized. A strange feeling of wanting to jump tickles out the back of my brain, and fades slowly. One night we were walking along like we usually did, and we got mugged. We should have just given him everything, but my boyfriend, of course, Stepped forward, confronted the guy, and got shot. I glanced back at the raccoon, with no idea of what to say. Kudzu shakes his head like he's coming out of a dream. I'm just saying that I'm here. I might know what this feels like, you know. I cough a little to clear my throat. I mean, he didn't die. Kudzu shrugs. Breaking up can feel like that sometimes. It's a lot more than that. It was all of that. I wave in the direction of the town. It just feels like I lost him right when we got away. We're gonna get people to go back for him. Yeah. I let out a big breath before slowly standing up, my knees popping as I do. Kudzu stands with me as I lean against the railing, choosing not to look out at the town. After a moment, I turn around to face Kudzu. And then I'm hugging him. There's no hesitation this time as he hugs back. I let myself lean into him, letting him support me, feeling the fur on his neck poke through mine. We stay like that for a good 5 minutes, vibrating along with the train. Finally, they pull back. Alright, we should probably... sorry. Alright, we should probably go in. I don't think it's all that safe out here now anyway. Without letting go of me, Kudzu opens the door and guides me inside. My friends are all sitting in little seats in the dark, swaying along with the train's movements. Carl sits closest to us, and he looks up at the sound of the door. Hey, Chase, are you okay? I laugh. No. Carl smiles sadly. Yeah. Sorry. You're fine, man. I see Jenna and TJ together on a seat further along the wall, and Flynn sits opposite him. Further still, a small shape sits leaning against the opposite end of the caboose, curled up on his seat. It's Clint. Flynn occasionally glances at him, but the polecat doesn't seem interested in coming closer to us. Kudzu guides me to sit next to Carl, and to make room so that the raccoon can sit next to me. So, where do you think we're going? I feel Carl twitching against me as he sits there, hunched over. Anywhere's better, as long as it's not hell, I guess. I guess. Kudzu's arms goes around my shoulders automatically, and we sit in silence for what feels like a long, long time. And I don't mind it. I wouldn't mind it if this were the rest of my life, honestly. For the first time in several days, I feel calm and safe. Soon enough, though, the darkness of the caboose is illuminated with occasional flashes of light. Flynn looks out the window. Peyton. With a grating screech, the train starts slowing down. I'm a little surprised. I guess I thought the train wasn't even real and it would just go on forever. But now it comes to a slow, stuttering stop. We all sit in the dark, quiet, listening, and then Flynn stands up and opens the door. Soft orange light spills inside. What the hell? Out of the doorway, I see rows of train tracks occupied with other boxcars. Someone moves into view. It's an older-looking fox in overalls. He stares up at us like we're aliens. Where the hell did you come from? A moment of silence goes by before Flynn clears his throat. We're from Echo. Oh, shit! Oh my god, this is not an ending, it continues! Oh my god! Yeah, Mom, I promise. I'll call you in an hour. No, wait, no. This was the beginning of the trip. Okay, this was the beginning of the trip. Okay. No, I'm not. No, we're not staying the night. I promise. Wow, Mom. Alright, I swear. I love you too. Bye. I hang up and drop my paw into my lap, sighing loudly. Kudzu laughs. Oh. Shit, I guess this is after. Everything okay? I rub my eyes. Yeah, I guess she's just worried, obviously. Kudzu reaches over and sets his paw on my knee, squeezing briefly before returning it to the steering wheel. I can still turn back, you know. I take in another breath and hold it. It's tempting. It might even be a better idea to just let the past die. But now that I'm leaving the area for good, I want to see it one more time. The town, and Leo. I let the breath out. Now, nah, I need to do this. I've thought about it for so damn long, there's no way I'd forgive myself for backing out now. I need closure. Alright, but if he gets weird at all, I'm taking you the hell out of there. He won't. He's back to normal, as much as any of us can be, anyway. But I told him that it's only going to be for a little bit, that we're just driving through. I look over at him. You want to stay in the car? Was planning to, unless you're planning on going inside. No, I'll stay outside. Alright, but I'll be watching in case you two try anything. Yeah, right. It's been 2 years. That's not very long. Hey, I know Leo. He's not the person we last saw. Yeah, I know. No, Alarm Chan. No. I want to get through this. I feel my stomach tighten as I suddenly realize we're driving past the lake, then onto Main Street. It's completely abandoned, but then we pass the motel. The windows are all boarded up, and the parking lot is filled with more cracks than I remember, but I'm hit with a wave of familiarity all the same. Staying in the parking lot are 2 people. Pointing at the motel is a large black bear, and in front of him stands a canine of some kind with a video camera. Kudzu snorts but doesn't say anything. At first I feel a spark of anger at them, for probably seeing the whole thing as a morbidly fun adventure. Not even having the slightest idea of what sort of hell the town went through. And then I remember that I'd done the same thing. Granted, it was many more years removed, but still, the same. We turn onto Leo Street, and my stomach tightens further. Kudzu glances at me. Can I get a kiss before you talk to your ex? Eyes on the road. Kudzu leans over, very deliberately keeping his eyes on the road as he tries to turn his face towards me. I give him a quick peck on the side of his muzzle and he laughs. I try to laugh as well, but it gets caught in my throat as I see that old house. And there waiting in the driveway is Leo. Oh, there's a lot of emotion. The way that this writing actually conveys character emotion is just so well done. Hey! How's it going? Leo cheerfully greets me as I open my door. It catches me off guard a little bit, his mood being so different from mine. Hey, Leo, what's up? Leo has his paws shoved in his pockets, but still manages to shrug. Not much. You? Not much. Leo ducks his head and looks in at Kudzu. Hey, Cud. You alright? Kudzu awkwardly answers from behind me. Yeah, I'm okay. There's a moment of silence as I try to think of what to say or do. I hadn't expected Leo to just meet me outside. Did you want to come in for a beer or something? No, I'm actually driving for the next couple hours. Yeah, we were just stopping by for a minute. Ah, okay. Leo's smile falters a little bit, then he shrugs again. Want to go for a walk then? Stretch your legs? I look back at Kudzu, but he doesn't say anything. Doesn't give me a hint as to what he's thinking. He's leaving the decision up to me. Yeah. Sure. Leo ducks his head again. You want to come, Cud? Kudzu hesitates, then shakes his head. Nah, you two go ahead. I prefer the AC. Alright, cool. Feeling just a little tension between the two of them, I quickly jump out and shut my door. I look over at the rail yard, which is in full view of the car, and point. Want to walk over there? Sure. So, you've just been hanging out here for the past 2 years? A little bit. Spent a lot of my time with my parents. I'm moving back in with them right now, actually. Oh, yeah? Yeah, it sucks, but honestly, I can't stand all the vultures scavenging around for stories here. Sounds like it, but at least you'll be around other people, right? Yeah, it's officially a ghost town now, if you haven't noticed. I look out over the rest of the town, toward the motel and convenience store and all the tiny houses and trailers in between. Not a single person. I actually visited Carl once in a while over the summer. Leo nods up toward the mountains, and I see the big mansion glinting gently into the sunset. Hey, that's cool. I hear he's doing pretty good at school right now. Good. Are you going back to school? Meh. I shrug my shoulders, walking up the train tracks to straddle the steel rails. Not in Pueblo, since we're moving up a couple states, but probably eventually. There's a lull in the conversation as we both go quiet. I look around, wondering if this was the spot where we hopped the train. The train that turned out to be an old engine and caboose on its way to Peyton, where it was then transferred to a train museum. It had been traveling at a gentle 10 miles per hour to keep from derailing off the old tracks, just slow enough for us to catch. It was the last of 3 engines being transferred that night. Just a few hours later, the emergency services went in and recovered whoever else was left in the town, including Leo. I still wondered if we'd even needed to hop the train, but I guess I was escaping more than just the town. I looked back at Leo. Are you okay? Leo looks up from kicking around some rocks. I scratched my head vigorously, trying to think of how not to say the wrong thing. Have you been doing okay? Are you happy? Leo smiles. Not really. Are you? I think back to the past 2 years of nightmares and panic attacks, of breaking down into tears out of nowhere. How just a few hours ago I dropped to the ground in a grocery store in Peyton because someone dropped a jar of jam. But Kudzu had been there, like always, to help me back up. I'm managing. I can't cope with this. It's a process. That's good. Are you managing? Leo chuckles. I'm just living. Are you getting help? Like professional help? Yeah. No. Oh, well, it can really help. I like to do things on my own these days. Leo looks back toward the car, Kudzu barely visible through the windows. People can help. You don't have to do everything on your own. I think it's best if I stay away from people for now. I noticed the anchor bracelet missing from Leo's wrist. I looked down at the tracks. Listen, I'm sorry about everything that happened. I wish I could do things over, even before what happened here in Echo. Leo looks at me for a moment, a sad smile on his face. I'm sorry, guys. What Chase and Leo have really reminds me of a relationship that I have that I've been on break from for about 2 years now. It's been hard. And Leo, the good parts of Leo remind me so much of that person. In many ways, this relationship mirrors my own. I guess that's why this path so far has really struck so close to home for me. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. Ignore that. Okay. Alright. The last 2 years have been hell for me. I cried myself to sleep every night thinking about you. I feel my face flushed with embarrassment and, for some reason, shame. But last month, for the first time, it stopped. I stopped thinking about you every hour. I stopped thinking about what you might be doing, about how he might be treating you, about whether or not you're thinking of me. Yeah, I still think about you sometimes, and when I do, I still cry. But now it hurts less, so yeah, I am doing better, Chase. Oh, well, that's good. I have no right to feel a little sad, but I do. I'm sorry, Chase, for not protecting you the way I should have, for trying to control you and do all that shady shit behind your back. Whatever the fuck was in this town that made us all go crazy, I realize it twisted up my thinking. But those thoughts were always there. Echo just brought it to the surface. So I'm a shitty person and you made me realize that, and I'm sorry I brought you into it. Just know that I really did love you. Leo looks over his shoulder at the car again. Anyway, you should get back to Cud. He'll take care of you, and I hope you'll take care of him. Okay? My mouth hangs open a little, but that snaps me back to reality. Yeah, I'll do that. I start walking back to the car, but Leo doesn't follow me. I pause. Do you want my new number, or we can talk? No. The surprised look on my face makes Leo laugh. It's a real laugh, kind of sad, kind of happy, but real. That wouldn't be good for either of us. So we're just saying goodbye forever? That old knife in my heart starts twisting again. Leo shrugs. You never know. I stand there. 10 feet away from my first boyfriend. My first kiss in this very real rail yard. My best friend. But hey, if you drive through Peyton again, I'm always open to have another chat. Maybe you'll catch me in a better place. I will. I say it immediately and Leo smiles at me. So I'll see you again someday. I look forward to it. Alright. Bye then. Goodbye, Chase. I walk the rest of the distance to the car and open the passenger door before getting in and sitting down. With the door still open, I look back one last time. Leo stands there, paws still jammed in his pockets, his fur outlined with orange and gold light from the setting sun, highlighting his head fur like a halo. I take it in for a moment, then wave. He waves back, and with that, I close the door. Oh my god. Okay. Guys, that was Leo, both of Leo's endings. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Oh no! No. Oh my god. This video is going to get demonetized. No. Stop playing the song. Stop playing the song. Oh god. It's going to get demonetized. No. Okay. Oh my god. Oh lord, that messed up my little bit. Okay. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been Leo's Path. This has been both endings for him. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I certainly have. It has been one hell of an emotional roller coaster of a game. I plan on doing the past for the other characters, don't worry. Thank you guys so much for watching on this journey that we've been through together. And I guess you got to learn a little bit more about me in this video, too. So, hopefully we'll have more days like that. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. And until the next video, I love you guys. And I'll see you next time.